Tampa, home of the South Florida Bulls. Welcome to the herd. Go behind the scenes, from the sidelines to the studio and everywhere in between. Featuring exclusive interviews from coaches, players, insights from the community throughout the program's 26th football season. United by head coach Jeff Scott.
Here we go, lock in right here.
Get ready, because this is our family. This is Bulls country, and we're a stampede. This is Horns Up, USF All Access.
Hey, work on two, 1, 2.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Horns Up USF All Access. I'm WFLA sports anchor Karen Loftus.
And I'm Kaylee Cottrell, USF sports anchor. Thank you so much for joining us. As we kick off the show, the Bulls are kicking off their 2022 season. We'll give you inside access to the sights and sounds of USF.
The Bulls are bringing everything to the table, ready to make a statement this season as they are scheduled to face some of the highest ranked teams in the country. In fact, 9 of their 12 opponents played in a bowl game last season. But with a tough schedule ahead, they are ready to get to work.
Last night, they had their season opener against the Brigham Young University Cougars.
Yes, and that game represented a major opportunity for the Bulls. Last month, the team headed into fall camp to gear up for their most anticipated season in USF history.
Head coach Jeff Scott enters his 3rd year preparing his players for the season and encouraged the Bulls to embrace the hard. They're ready to do whatever it takes to win.
Let's jump right in and take a behind-the-scenes look at fall camp.
This segment is brought to you with the support of our sponsors.
Let's get it. Woo! I want to see a focused team. All right, let's be sure that we set the standard the right way. Be locked in right here, and let's have a great day one right here. Go. Yes, sir.
In one word, I'll say pressure.
And it's hot. It's hot out there through the rainy days, tough days, man. And all we got is each other.
I mean, in a nutshell, camp is camp. If you know, you know.
Let's go! Yes, sir!
This is the first time that you'll have, that team together, everybody on the same field and competing. And I think, early on in fall camp, it's really about getting back to the basics, the fundamentals, and really, teaching the proper alignment, the steps, all the details that are required to really do their job.
Fall camp is pressure, this is where we find out who the real team is. This is where we find out, the 11 guys that you're going to put on that field that you need to win the game. So
it tests your physical, your mental, emotional strength. So, but that's what it's for. Because we need to know when times get hard, who's going to fold on us and who's going to ride and lock in with us.
The guy that loves fall camp. I love just doing football all day. Like, that's my life. That's what I want to do with my life. I look forward to practicing every day, working out every day.
You got to get all your plays down. You got to get, you're already conditioned through summer, but you're getting football conditioned at this moment, and you're just getting all the nitty-gritty details down for the first game in the season.
Good, see?
It teaches character, everything. Long nights, early mornings, hot. The Florida sun different. Humidity, just everything. So it teaches you so much about yourself and then just the people around you.
Just being around the guys each and every day, because them times are tough. That's when you kind of bond and you connect better, because who's gonna be around when things are tough? We're gonna be around each other, like what we have. When you look around, man, I got the guys that's on this white line with me, and that's all I got. We all we got, bro.
The guys are just different, man. Different energy, different vibes, man. Let's go.
So there's a lot of work to do, but this is always, one of the most exciting times of the year, because you're getting ready to prepare not just for your opening game, but really for an entire season.
Thank Thanks to Yingling for bringing us that segment. What an exciting month. USF football is back together.
They sure are, and the players really were locked in, and they gave it their all during camp.
As fall camp approached, many wondered if Coach Scott would finally settle on a quarterback for the long haul, and it looks like he did.
Former Baylor quarterback Gerry Bohanon transferred to USF after 4 seasons and 27 games with the Bears. He announced his transfer just a few months ago, and there is a lot of excitement surrounding this year's QB1.
Bohanon was one of 35 players named to the Davey O'Brien Award preseason watch list.
Yeah, so that award is the nation's oldest and most prestigious honor for college quarterbacks.
Bohanon has had a lot of past success, but now he's ready for his next chapter ahead, leading the Bulls.
This segment is brought to you with the support of our sponsors.
Gerry Bohanon went to Instagram today to announce he will transfer to the University of South Florida.
Gerry Bohanon named QB1 by USF football, not a surprise.
Scott said Bohanon's completion percentage was 13 points better than any other quarterback during camp. Bohanon also emerged as a team leader even before stepping on the field.
That's the kind of guy, transfer quarterback I wanted, a guy who's had some success, a guy who is athletic, who I know can do a lot of different things with, and a guy I know who also maybe has seen some stuff, right?
Action. Bohanon back in the end zone. Bohanon just throws it straight up in the air. Touchdown!
Gerry Bohanon Jr. I'm from Earl, Arkansas. I started playing football when I was in the 4th grade. I'm seeing my uncles play, seeing my cousins play. I'm also hearing about my dad playing. It kind of motivated me and inspired me to want to get out there on the field and at least try it out. I love just doing football all day. Like, that's my life. That's what I want to do with my life. I look forward to practicing every day, working out every day. I'm excited about this ride more than anything.
You know, the big news was Gerry Bohanon, transfer quarterback coming to us from Baylor. You know, he was the starter at Baylor last year and helped lead that team from a 2-win season in 2020 to a Big 12 championship last season.
It was very like-minded as far as love for the game, love for, just a sponge, wants to know more, and that's how I'm as a coach, very open to trying to get better, open to criticism, open to advance himself. He can never know enough. He wants to know more, very self-motivated, and just loves every aspect of the game.
Gary's done a great job since he's been here this summer. He's one of those highest achievers and one of the best leaders we've had throughout the summer.
Earning guys' trust in such a short time has been very prevalent too, of what he's done in a short amount of time.
It's been great so far. I mean, since the first day I've got here, you could tell guys were just hungry. Like, I see the hunger, I feel the hunger. Guys just want to work. We're competing at every single thing we do. Every single thing we do, we're competing. It just felt right. Like, they were the type of people I wanted to be around, the type of fathers, the type of men, the type of coaches. Just people that are hungry to be great, the people that are hungry to always look for ways to improve. That's what I'm about. I'm not about living in the past, living in a moment where I did this good thing, I had success here. That's the past, it doesn't matter. So me going to a place where part of a team, part of a staff, people that feel the same way, I would say this just was the spot for me. I feel comfortable, I felt at home, my family felt comfortable at home. And so this season's gonna be exciting, and we're looking forward to each and every game, not just the first game, not just the rival game, not the last game. Each and every game, it's gonna be exciting, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a good one. Go Bulls.
Thanks to MSC Cruises for bringing us that segment. Head coach Jeff Scott has big expectations for the new quarterback. Scott said that Bohanon deserves this spot because of his performance in scrimmages, but also said his lengthy resume has played a role.
The excitement from fans about Bohanon joining the Bulls, incredible already. And if you missed the first game last night, we're going to have a recap of all of the best moments right after the break.
The highlights of the game next.
This week's game highlights are brought to you by Wendy's. With the excitement of a new football season blowing through Raymond James Stadium, not even a 2.5-hour weather delay could dampen the spirit of the Beef Studs, anxious for their Bulls to get it kicked off again.
Spencer Schrader to kick it for the Bulls. And finally, off we go here at Raymond James Stadium. Cougars ranked in the preseason for the first time in 13 years.
And BYU lived up to the preseason hype by scoring on the game's first play from scrimmage.
3rd and 1. Brooks is knocked down behind the line. Dwayne Boyles, the 5th-year senior linebacker from Miami.
USF's defense would settle in, and they nearly produced a game-changing turnover.
2nd and 11. Ball swings it to Brooks through his hands. Is that a backwards pass is the call. USF scooping it up. It's Amaris Brown to the end zone. Oh, that's close.
It's very close.
But not close enough. A game measured in yards can be decided by inches.
Consensus All-American kick return man Brian Batty with it for USF, and he takes it out across the 25.
Batty led the nation last year with 3 kick return touchdowns, but much of this team is new, including the quarterback and both coordinators.
Jimmy Horn with the spin. And across the 35 with a first down.
While the first quarter did not go as planned, there was no quit in this group as they continued to mesh new parts with returning ones. Gerry Bohanon would spread the ball around to 7 different targets in his first game as Bulls quarterback, quickly developing a strong chemistry with one in particular, Xavier Weaver.
Bohanon deep ball. And it's caught by Weaver down to the BYU 30 for 50 yards.
Late in the half, the Bulls were on the move, setting themselves up for their first touchdown of the season.
With 18 seconds left in the half, Bohanon under center. Give it to Mangum, soaring in for the touchdown.
The Bulls felt better about things at halftime. After the first quarter, the scoring was almost dead even, thanks in part to what has become a USF specialty.
Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return for USF. Cutting it back, Horn, one of the fastest players on the team. The field has opened up. Hit the horn for Jimmy Horn Jr.
Here we go.
For the 4th time in their last 8 games, the Bulls returned to kick for a touchdown. Now the defense would continue the momentum shift.
Pull is intercepted in the end zone. It's Makai LaPointe.
The first quarter hole proved too much to dig out of, but not for a lack of effort.
Now for Brian Batty, the All-American from a year ago. The 3 kick returns for touchdowns, including 2 from 100 yards out against Houston.
Batty is a returning weapon for the Bulls, while quarterback Gerry Bohanon is a new one and seemed to get more comfortable with every toss.
3rd and 15, Bohanon with a strike. Weaver inside the 10. USF converts 27 yards to one of the top receivers in the American. On 1st and goal. Batty to the edge and to the end zone for the touchdown.
Still fighting. This is all a learning process for this Bulls team.
USF took on a top 25 team in the season opener, and while they know they have much to work on, they have plenty of reasons for optimism as well.
Welcome back to Horns Up, USF All Access. Coach Scott knows it is his task to continue to lead the Bulls to success. His team has fought through the adversity of a pandemic and player injuries, and now they have a brand new quarterback.
That's right, and Coach Scott believes unity from start to finish carries over into success on game days. He sits down with us to give us a look into what he has prepared for this season.
So early in my life, I was able to see what a family atmosphere looks like in a football program. And myself coming from Clemson, I was able to see how Clemson really changed from the board of trustees to the president, down to the athletic director and head coach, and everybody's on the same page. You can get a lot of things done. And we're very fortunate to have that now here at the University of South Florida.
Listen up right here. Listen.
It's very critical that we're investing resources into our athletics program, into our football program. Our new $22 million indoor performance center that we'll be moving into this fall is a great example of that. And then our plans as we're moving forward with an on-campus stadium. I mean, that's not just something that the head coach comes up with and adds to the to-do list. I mean, that really comes from an alignment and vision and alignment and maybe what that process is going to look like. And our board of trustees, our new president, Rhea Law, has been exceptional. To go with Michael Kelly, our director of athletics, I think his unique background of working at a conference office, at the ACC office for many years, and then also working with the college football playoff, I think it gives him a level of expertise to really help lead our program.
United from start to finish, that is the USF head coach Jeff Scott's message to Bulls fans.
The people make the place. I think, good people attract good people. And we've got a great coaching staff that truly loves our players. And I think when the players know that you love them, you care about them more for who they are individually than for what they can do for you on the field, they'll lay it on the line. And there's a bond, a trust, a respect that comes from those relationships that carry over to success on Saturdays. There's something special about a team, right? You've got so many players that come from different backgrounds, different neighborhoods, but they get in that locker room, they get in that huddle and they're a family. I want our players to feel like their teammates are their brothers and that their coaches, have that very close bond that they can come and talk to us about anything, and that, hey, when their time is done here, they can always come back and see us. And so, I think that's critical. That's a very important element that sometimes can get lost in the distractions of college athletics today. But I think the teams that are going to win are the ones that have that bond and that close family relationships in their locker room.
8 on 3, 8 on me. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to work.
Thanks to Bohanon Law for bringing us that segment. As Coach Scott mentioned, big announcement in the offseason.
Coming up right after the break, we have exclusive details on the new indoor facility. That and more is coming up next. The Bulls have called Raymond James home since 1998, but during the offseason, huge announcements made waves. These announcements not only affect the football team, but USF's women's sports too.
Buckle up, USF fans. The fastest rising university in America unveils its master plan. It wouldn't be the most anticipated season in USF history without the announcements of new athletics facilities.
The passion of Bulls Nation has fueled USF's vision for top-of-the-line facilities, which will give student athletes and fans unique, unprecedented experiences.
This fall is going to be an unforgettable season. Let's enter the Bulls' pen for an insider look at the master plan.
What a difference 1 year can make. It was on September 9th of 2021 when we had the groundbreaking ceremony for USF's indoor performance facility, which is set to open for our teams during the fall. But it was also on that day that USF Board of Trustees Chair Will Weatherford made this statement.
Our time has come. These student athletes deserve a stadium on this campus. The students, the 50,000 students at the university deserve to have a stadium on this campus. The USF students and alumni, all the faculty, the administration, they deserve to have a stadium on this campus. And this Tampa Bay deserves it. This Tampa Bay community deserves it as well. And I'm here to tell you, we're going to do it.
This past week, USF released its master facilities plan, which showcased the vision for our athletics campus. It included conceptual renderings for future sport facilities such as beach volleyball, updates to the Leroy Selman Athletic Center, and several other sports as the Bulls strive to best position themselves for success on the playing field.
It's a time for us at USF to be bold, and part of that is building a great athletics district. It's one of our main parts of our strategic plan, and we're very aggressively building and enhancing just about every facility that we've got. And so part of our facilities master plan that we released was to be able to give a vision for that, to give a good insight in terms of everything we've got. And when you see that kind of flyover on that, all you can do is get excited about realizing what I think will be one of the finest athletic districts in all of college athletics.
So to have our stadium on campus and what it will mean to the students. I mean, one of the big factors in athletics for all institutions is the audience. You have to build that support first among your student base, and that will make the biggest difference of all for USF.
Also during this past school year, USF announced the addition of women's beach volleyball and women's lacrosse. The Bulls made a huge move in the lacrosse world, hiring former Jacksonville University and 8-time conference Coach of the Year, Mindy McCord, as the team's very first head coach.
Well, I really think that this is an upward trending university with a great vision, amazing leadership. You're in Tampa. I really feel women's lacrosse is going to be a trendsetter in many ways for the university. It's going to bring a lot of energy that's going to align with Michael's goals and the goals of the university as well.
Women's lacrosse program's on such a great start with their recruiting efforts, so just another indication of the excitement and momentum going around with USF athletics, and just another indication that the best is truly yet to come. So go Bulls.
Lots of big announcements. USF has an indoor facility to look forward to and 2 huge announcements for women's sports.
The 2022 to 2023 college sports season is going to be unmatched right here in Tampa Bay. This week, follow USF Athletics on Instagram at USF Athletics and follow USF Football on Instagram at USF Football for more.
And then coming up Saturday, it is the Bulls versus the Bisons as USF takes on Howard University. It'll be a 7 p.m. kickoff at Raymond James Stadium. Then, of course, join us again Sunday night, 9 p.m. right here on Grade 38 for insider access, exclusive footage, and of course, highlights from the game. Thank you so much for watching. For Kaylee and Karen, have a great night.